What's going on, everybody? We're here in Dogtown, Gloucester, Mass. Supposedly one of the most haunted forests in New England. It's about my 5th or 6th time being here, and I gotta say, I don't think that is true. There are some creepy stories, a lot of in-depth history here that could easily make people feel like this place is haunted. There's also a lot of knuckleheads who come into here doing whatever their juju stuff going on, where they do rituals around Halloween. You know, people have been see people in like black robe. Just what the hell are you doing in the forest looking weird like that, guys? So we're here, we're exploring, and I'm going to show you this is a beautiful place. Maybe a little creepy, beautiful place. Maybe I'll identify a couple edible things. Maybe I'll find some ghosts. Here's an old cellar pit. Definitely don't like the gunshots. There's a firing range that's very close by. It makes you feel like somebody's going to come and shoot you. Never try, never win. It's so true. Thank you, Roger Babson, for the giant reminder on a big, huge rock. Jab? Jas? We shall find out. We got some juniper berries. They are not ripe at all, but you can put them like in a tea. They'd help you. If you look this place up, you'll see so much stuff about one of the most haunted forests in New England. I gotta kind of call bullshit on that, guys, folks. It's got a lot of creepy history, of course. The energy, I don't know, maybe some people will be like, you just can't feel the energy, man. You can see the ghosts, you can feel them, but back there is what I'm worried more about. People. Not this beautiful forest. What on earth is this? Random rock left here. What's going on here? It's a curse. No. Wouldn't that be stupid though? And so ridiculous if someone was like, oh, let me put a weird thing to creep everybody out there. And if they touch it, some ghosts are gonna come. Or the police. It's amazing to think that this area right here was the downtown of a town back in the late 1700s, early 1800s. But so many things happened here that made it so they abandoned the village. But there's many different reasons why things didn't really work out. A lot of creepy stuff happened here. Different instances of how most of the women were left widows after all the men went to battle, and almost all of them died. So yeah, that didn't help. But there was actually something that you're not going to see them talk a lot about, because people like places to seem like, oh, it's cursed, it's creepy. But what happened is that the main church ended up going further away, closer to the ocean. Back then, when a church moved, a lot of times people congregated around it. So when they moved the church and it was over near the ocean, that also made a lot of people want to move out. That combined with the tragedies that happened with the widows, and then people doing stupid stuff here, a murder that happened. But that happens in all different places, man. It's happened all around us. Still got some blueberry leaves. You can chew on a little bit. Oh yeah. It's amazing to think. Wouldn't it be awesome to be able to go back in time and to see what this place looked like? There was a house here. If work stops, values decay. Yep. So that way is where most of the Babson boulders are. You'll see one right here. But I'm not going to go that way. I want to visit the other parts that supposedly are spooky. The story of Roger Babson is actually pretty cool. Short story, really nice guy, had a lot of money, preserved this area, and decided to put a whole bunch of these sayings on different rocks to just help people get into the wilderness and think positively and get encouraged. So see all sorts of these down this trail. But that's not creepy, right? You can see so many foundations. This was actually a pretty big town. There's a lot of these. You can definitely see how people get lost up in here, man. Trails, some of them. First off, it's like there's 252,000 trails here, right? But a lot of them are windy, very, very thick. And there were a few spots where I had to stop and I had to actually look for the trail. But I know that's also, it's tougher to find yourself on a trail in the fall time because of all the leaves sometimes cover up a trail if people haven't walked down for a while. But you can tell, you know, when a trail is heading a certain direction. The problem with these trails is they've gone left, right, backwards, upside down. Ooh, look, rock tripe. Sorry for my ADD moment. This isn't in necessarily good condition, but I've shown you guys this stuff before. George Washington and his men one time survived in the wintertime by boiling that stuff up and kind of making it a broth. Rock tripe, yo. Back in the 80s, I believe it was 1984, unfortunately there was a murder in this forest. This crazy, unstable guy murdered a hiker, a lady who was taking a shortcut to go to her friend's house. And she was walking, long story short, he murdered her. He was hiding for a little while, and it's no surprise that he was able to kind of hide for... He made it pretty difficult for the police as they were searching for him. I heard that for a couple days he was hiding behind certain boulders in different areas, so you can see how a search for somebody would be difficult. You really got to be a good tracker. I mean, look at all the places that you could hide. I'm paying attention to my footing because this is insane. Look at that. Holy cannoli. This is Rock Tripe City right here. And these boulders, this actually came from a glacier that was up in Canada. It melted and brought all of these boulders down, so they got deposited here. That's why this area in Gloucester is full of boulders. Can you imagine that? How'd that rock get up there? That's amazing. Nobody took that rock and put it up there. Unbelievable. Damn it. I found an old chanterelle. Son of a gun. We still got a little bit of goldenrod that we could take, put it in a tea, give us some nutrition. They have narrow trails that go on for what feels like ages. It's the giant forest. Ginormous. Why haven't they filmed a movie here? Like a movie about Dogtown, or even just taken a horror movie and utilized all these cool rocks and foundations. You could come up with something cool. Maybe I'll make a little short film. Who thinks I should make a short film that takes place in this area? It's a whale's jaw. Guess it used to look like a whale's jaw till those knuckleheads put a fire up against the rock and it broke it. I bet we'll see some of this place. It's gotta be it, right? I don't see a jaw. Man, it's too bad people had that fire that cracked the rock, because technically the jaw was here. So this was the piece that fell off, and it looked like a big huge jaw. I guess maybe both of these pieces cracked or something, but this is definitely where it was. That's weird. Well, that's a bummer, huh? No whale jaw. a giant boulder. Now, sun's going down, so we gotta head home. Maybe check out Peter's pulpit, and then try not to get lost. It's amazing how a glacier all the way in southern Canada brought this and deposited it right here. This thing is giant. Look at this thing. I don't know if the camera can do it justice, but it's huge. Oh my God. Hey, look at that. We still got blueberries, folks. Yeah. It's getting dark, so I absolutely have to go. This place is beautiful. It's a beautiful bird sanctuary with awesome artifacts. An awesome piece of the past. This abandoned town, and it's kind of cool that they didn't develop here, right? There's too many boulders and hills and everything anyways. But I don't think it's haunted. I just think bad crap happened here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And maybe we'll go on another little adventure walk to another supposedly haunted forest. Because I don't know if I necessarily believe in many haunted forests, folks. I think it's people with our ideas. We do stuff happens there, and then we subconsciously want to do more stuff there because we suck. Take it easy.